Halloween doesn't have to come with a heavy price tag to be meaningful or magical. A sense of atmosphere, mood, and imagination is often worth far more than the most expensive decorations on the shelf. The beauty of a budget-friendly approach is that it relies on thoughtfulness rather than excess. It pushes us to be resourceful, to see possibilities in the simplest details, and to create something truly personal. With just a few touches, even the most ordinary space can shift into a world of mystery, playfulness, and seasonal charm. The heart of Halloween lies not in how much is spent, but in the creativity behind the effort. A little imagination can stretch far, allowing anyone to participate in the spirit of the season. In fact, limitations often make the end result more unique because it forces a deeper connection between the maker and the mood they want to share. Halloween becomes less about spending and more about crafting an experience, and that is what makes budget Halloween decor so special. It feels intentional, thoughtful, and alive. Creating a Halloween atmosphere begins with how a space feels, not how much is spent. Mood can be established through subtle details that spark the imagination and invite a sense of mystery. Light, shadow, and arrangement often matter more than any single piece of decoration. A room can shift into something seasonal through tone, layering, and how elements are placed together. Instead of thinking about filling a space, the focus becomes shaping an experience. Every corner has the potential to contribute, whether through contrast, rhythm, or playful touches that invite curiosity. It's about guiding the eye and leaving small hints of the season everywhere without overwhelming the space. This approach works especially well on a budget because it doesn't require abundance. It requires intention. By concentrating on the feeling you want to create, you'll find that even the simplest arrangements can become powerful. Atmosphere is about transformation, and transformation is often born from imagination, not expense. If these budget-friendly Halloween decor ideas inspired you, don't forget to like this video and share it with friends who love decorating without overspending. A budget-friendly approach to Halloween decor thrives on reimagining what is already at hand. Instead of seeing objects for their usual roles, one can ask, how might they contribute to a seasonal story? Everyday materials, when viewed differently, take on new meaning. This sparks innovation and often leads to results that feel personal rather than generic. The practice of using what's available keeps the process grounded, accessible, and sustainable. It encourages us to value creativity over consumption, turning limits into opportunities. When we challenge ourselves to work within constraints, the results often surprise us. The outcome doesn't need to mirror what's seen in magazines or stores. It can stand on its own as something unique. This mindset not only saves money, but also deepens the connection to the process, because each piece carries effort and imagination. It's less about copying trends and more about building a story with the tools already around you. Halloween, after all, has always been about transformation and invention. Which idea would you try first? DIY crafts, repurposed items, or simple spooky accents? Let me know your favorite in the comments below. Budget Halloween decor proves that less can indeed be more. A single well-placed detail can create more atmosphere than an overload of objects. Simplicity makes a space feel intentional rather than crowded, and it allows each choice to stand out. The key lies in focusing on impact, where small changes transform the mood of a room. Minimal touches, when arranged thoughtfully, carry weight because they draw attention to what is present rather than what is missing. This makes each detail feel deliberate and meaningful. On a budget, this principle is powerful because it avoids unnecessary spending while still achieving a striking effect. A balanced arrangement can shift perception without requiring abundance. By keeping the focus on essence instead of excess, Halloween decor becomes more elegant, personal, and effective. Sometimes the strongest impression comes from restraint, and in that restraint, creativity finds its truest form. For more affordable and creative Halloween ideas, be sure to subscribe and join us for even more inspiration. Halloween decor doesn't need to be costly to become meaningful. It simply needs to hold a place in memory and tradition. The rituals of decorating, arranging, and preparing for the season can be just as important as the objects themselves. Over time, these practices build an atmosphere that feels rich because of their repetition and the memories tied to them. Budget-friendly approaches emphasize this beautifully because they highlight intention over expense. A small, thoughtful touch added year after year can become more significant than the most elaborate purchase. The process of building tradition gives depth to the season, grounding it in continuity and shared experience. This kind of decorating is less about presentation for others and more about creating a sense of belonging. When the focus is on tradition, it's clear that meaning comes from effort, care, and consistency. Halloween decor, then, becomes not just a temporary display, but a lasting marker of connection across time. In the end, budget Halloween decor reminds us that celebration is not measured in dollars, but in creativity and care. It is proof that atmosphere can be built from imagination rather than expense. The simplest gestures often carry the most weight because they reflect intention. By focusing on mood, resourcefulness, and tradition, a home can transform into something magical without overspending. This approach allows Halloween to remain inclusive and meaningful for everyone. It encourages a return to the essence of the season: playfulness, creativity, and transformation. Far from limiting, working within a budget often unlocks originality and thoughtfulness that might otherwise be overlooked. What matters most is not the scale of the decoration, but the feeling it creates. And when done with heart, even the smallest efforts can leave the deepest impression. Halloween, after all, has always been about turning the ordinary into something extraordinary, and that is a magic no price tag can define. The act of decorating on a budget also teaches patience, perspective, and appreciation for subtle beauty. It shifts focus from what cannot be bought to what can be created with care. Each detail becomes a reflection of effort, imagination, and intention, carrying meaning beyond its material form. In this way, the season feels richer, not because of extravagance, but because of authenticity. The magic of Halloween thrives in the stories we tell, the atmosphere we shape, and the memories we build together. It becomes less about performance and more about shared experience, turning small gestures into lasting traditions. By embracing simplicity, we honor the true spirit of the season: resourcefulness, wonder, and joy. And ultimately, that is where the most powerful kind of Halloween magic lives: in the heart, not in the price tag.